Hello everyone, and welcome to a Muse for You video tutorial. In this video tutorial I will be showing you how to create a business landing page. I've already created the website, so I'll just be recreating it in this tutorial. So the website is right over here. Okay, so we've created the website here in Adobe Muse, and if I hit Command-Shift-E to preview in the browser, I can see the website. I've created kind of a subscription form, contact form here with some interesting effects. They currently it won't quite work because it's not on a live server, but you know, I'll just kind of show you what it looks like when you put in information. Yeah, and it just gives us this message here because we're not on a live server. But I'll just go through the rest of the website so you can see it. We have some scroll effects there. We have some hover effects here on these icons. And then we have these team icons here that they have a hover effect on the border. And then we go down here. We have this image here, another kind of scroll effect, and it says career opportunities here. And then we have a little footer here with the same menu that we have at the top. Yeah, so one of the first things is this menu up here that I've created, and we have this kind of nice image here as well at the top. So basically that's what we'll be creating today. I'm going to go fairly quickly through this and hopefully keep it under 15 minutes, or just make it fairly quick so you can just watch what I do and get to making your own business landing page. Alright, so I'm going to go to File, New Site, and click OK, and we're going to start a new website here. And for this tutorial, here, let me close this. I actually have all my images already set, and I've optimized them a little bit. This is, after reading a lot of search engine optimization things, a good thing to do is to name your images, the file name of your images, the name of your business name or of your website, and then give it like kind of a little description. So most of these images are called Muse for You business landing page, and then I put icon 1, 2, 3, 1 through 18, and then I put landing page person 1 through 6, and landing page 1 through 4. For the big images like this one, and actually all the images, I actually compressed them through a website called Compress JPEG. So if I go to that website, I can show you real quick. And I'm going to leave these in Compress JPEG. You just upload your images here and then compress them. And I actually resized my images to 2,560 pixels wide, because 27-inch iMac is 2,560 pixels wide, so I figured that's about as big as I want the image to be. So reducing the image size if it was bigger than 2,560 pixels wide, and then compressing it will get you a good size image for the internet so that your website loads quicker. So I'll leave this link in the notes at the bottom. The notes at the bottom of this video. And another website that I used to get images is Dollar Photo Club. You can get great images here for $1 an image. It's quite amazing. So yeah, I'll leave that in the bottom description section as well. So I have these images here. These are kind of the main images that I'll use, and then I have icons, and then I have the person, kind of like the not real people, but just to set examples of where you could put images of real people. And if we go like this, we can see how they look here. So we have the people, icons, and photos. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this top of page space here. I don't think we really need it. And I'm actually going to let me backtrack a little bit. Before I do that, I want to set the color tone for my website. So what I'm going to do, and I'll also add this link in the description, is I'm going to go to Adobe Cooler .com or color.adobe.com. And what I did for this one is I went to Explore and then I typed in business because I want a business color theme. You can use any colors, it doesn't have to be business. I just figured it'd be a little bit faster for me to find some nice colors that I like. And I actually picked let's see, this one. I picked the Microsoft Business Special, Small Business Special. So I click on edit and then it shows me the color palette here. So I'm gonna copy this color palette into Adobe Muse, and the way I do that is I'm gonna double click on this hex here, this first one, hit Command C to copy on my Mac, or Control C if you're on Windows, and then I'm gonna go to fill. No, sorry, I'm gonna click on this down arrow here. I'm gonna click on this add swatch icon, and then I'm just gonna go down here, highlight this, and hit Command V or Control V if you're on a Windows PC, and then I'm gonna click OK. So now I have that swatch there, and I'm gonna do it for the rest of these colors. Okay, so now I have my color palette. I have these different colors here, and that's what I'm going to use for my business landing page. Okay, so I'm going to take the fill off here, and the first thing I'm going to do is create a rectangle at the top for the menu. So I'm going to create the menu, and you can just follow along here. Okay, I'm just changing the state, the different states. We have normal, rollover, mouse down, and active. So I'm just changing the color for those. Okay, that should do it. Now I'm going to insert an image. I'm going to make this about 600 pixels in height. There we go. And then to make it a full width image that goes with the browser, that's kind of responsive with the browser, you just click this button up here, 100% width. Yeah, if you want to make a 100% width image, just click this button. And I'm going to go to fill, add image, and I'm going to select this first image here. I'm going to scale to fit, nope, scale to fill. There we go. And position it. That's a good position right there. Okay. And that should do that. And then I'm going to add, actually let me take off the border here, and I'm going to add this bar. I just copied and pasted the bar that I have up here right below the image. Okay, now I'm going to add the subscription form right over here. So yeah, I'll do something like this. and going to give it a corner radius of 50 and take off the border. There we go. I'm going to go to Object, Insert Widget, Form, Simple Contact, in there. I'm going to delete this message section, and I'm going to delete name and email. There we go. Now I'm just going to style these real quick. Oops. Alright, give it a corner radius of 50 and make it a bit bigger. There we go. Okay, and then for the fill, here we go. For the fill, I'm going to give it a gradient, and I'm going to say a vertical gradient, and give it kind of that blue color there. That should work. And then for the text inside, I'm going to make it match kind of that menu text I have there. And it's a bit too big, make it 30, center it, and I'm going to make it white. There we go. And then I'm just going to bring it down within that box. So I'm going to use the leading and just kind of keep going until it's I see that it's kind of in the center of that box there. There we go, that looks pretty good. And for the menu, for the submit button, kind of do the same, give it a corner radius of 50 and make this button a bit bigger. That should do right there. And then submit, change the font. Yeah, it looks good. And yep, change the leading as well. Alright, looks good. And fill, I'm going to give it a gradient as well. I'm going to give it a different gradient. Vertical. Actually, I'm going to give it a solid color. That should do it. Yeah, let me change the color here to white. Very good. Actually, yeah, I'm going to make it a gradient on the normal state. Yeah, and then on rollover, I'm going to make it solid. And right there. That looks pretty good. And mouse down, I'm going to make it solid as well. Alright. And then I'm going to add some text. Yeah, so I was going to say subscribe today for a free business consultation. That sounds kind of businessy, huh? Or kind of, sort of. And there we go. And I'll make the color of this kind of more of the theme. We'll use this blue here. That looks pretty good. And I wonder why it's so big. Let's see. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. And then I added actually a little bit of a glow effect. I gave it a shadow and gave it a glow. And that's about it. So there's our business subscription, kind of subscription / contact form. So that looks pretty good. We'll just leave that like that. And the next thing that I added was a kind of scroll effect with the image staying in place. So I'm going to go to now I'm going to create a rectangle, and again I'm going to make it 100% width. I just click the button up here and that makes it 100% width. And we'll do 318 for this one. Pixels in height. And then I'm going to go to fill, add image, and I'm going to select this one right here. Alright, I'm going to do scale to fill and center it. There we go. And then I added some text here. I also added this bar here at the bottom. So I just copied and pasted this bar here at the bottom. And I'm going to add some text on this image here. So I'm going to, first I'm going to create a rectangle. And I'm going to fill it, say that, and I'm going to add some text over it. I'm going to say great ideas. Okay, again I'm going to make it the same text. Josephine sans semi-bold, white, and 48. We can make it bigger. How about, yeah, 72 looks good, and we'll give it a little more spacing like that, more tracking space. Yeah, you can really do a lot with the text with these different options here: tracking, leading, indent, and now you can add bullets. Kind of a newer feature, not too new, but before in Muse when it first was out, you couldn't do bullets and numbering. Yep. Okay, so I'll add that in the center. Okay, and I'm gonna add a border radius to that. Can we do 100? Yeah, let's do 100 there. So I added 100 border radius to that. I'm going to take off the border and I'm going to give the background an opacity. We'll say like 70, just so we can see the text a little bit better. Alright, I'm just going to place it right in between the picture. Alright, that looks good. And very good. So we'll leave that like that for a moment. We might have to tweak it a little bit. There, that's a bit better. So we'll take a look at that when we preview the website. Oh, and I'll take the border off here, this rectangle. Alright, so we got that. And the next part was, yes, the icons. So I'm going to make another rectangle. I'm going to make it 600 pixels in height and 100% width. Just place it right underneath here and change it to 600. There we go. And there we go, 100% width. Alright, I'm going to take the border off and just give it a fill color like that. There we go. To kind of match that color that we were looking for, or our color palette. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and add the icons to the website. So there's a few icons I picked, and I might actually pick some different ones here. So we got that one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Alright. And I'm just going to place them in here. Okay, so I placed that one. I'm just placing them anywhere right now. I have to resize these. I'm going to make them 150 pixels by 150. They were originally 512 by 512. So I just drag from the corner, and I don't hit shift like you normally would think to keep the proportions. You just drag the corner and resize it. I usually try to get it exact because I find that if I go under and then make the image bigger, for some reason, at least what I have found, is that it distorts the image when I go from a lower percentage size to a higher percentage. So I try to get it exact. Alright, so now I've got all the icons resized, and I'm just going to place them on the website. So just get some even spacing there. I first put the this middle image right in this, dead center when I get, and I know I get in the center when I see that red line, that this image is directly in the center of my website. and then I just kind of give it some even spacing here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then I take this one, there, put it in the middle, and then I can match them all up with these lines that Muse gives me to get, you know, all the icons in a good order, equidistant from each other, and just looking really nice. Okay, so I've got the icons, and I'm going to add the hover effects. So here we go, effects, glow. I'm going to go to glow, and yeah, okay. Okay, the way to change the color of these icons is, yeah, you go to effects, go to glow, click on glow, select your color, change opacity to 100, and change blur to 250. And then click on inner glow, and now it's a different color there. And then you can just go back if you want to change it to a different color. You just go back and change the color. Alright, I'll leave it white, and I'll give it a shadow. And we'll give it that shadow there. Alright, looks pretty good. And actually, let me make the shadow opacity 100. Kind of like that a little bit better. Alright, I'm going to do the rest for the rest of the icons. You can actually select all the icons and do it at one time. So click glow, select your color, opacity 100, and blur 250, and then click inner glow. Alright, and then I go to shadow, and I'm going to add that shadow to it and say opacity 100. Alright, so there's our icons. We added a little bit of effect to them. We changed the color. Oh, now to change the rollover state, we just select all the icons. You hold down shift to select multiple elements, click on rollover, and then go to effects, go to glow, and here just change the color. Alright, and I'm going to take the shadow off. That will look kind of interesting. So we'll leave it like that. So we have kind of an interesting hover effect on our icons. And now I'm going to copy this bar and just paste it underneath here again. And then for this section, it's the team section. I'm going to copy this background here as well and just place it right there. And now I'm going to add the team. So to add the team, what I did was create 150 by 150 squares. Okay, there we go. And then I gave it a border, what do you call this, a corner radius of 100 to make it a circle. And then I go to fill, add image, go to my previous images here, and then I just filled the circles with those images. Scale to fill, center, and that's it. So I'm going to do this for the rest of the 6 images. Okay, so I've done it for all 6 images. Now what I'm going to do is increase the the border size on all these images to 5, and I'm going to change the color of the border. I'm going to change it to white at first. Yeah, so it's white, and then I want it on the rollover state. Click on rollover, and then I'm going to change the color to yeah, to this dark blue here. That looks good. Alright, and then I lined it up, or yeah, you can line it up with the icons right up here so that it all looks kind of in sync. And Muse has these great guidelines that you can just follow by moving it around. There, that looks good. Alright, and then again I'm going to put this bar right below here, and I'm going to add another image like this. So I'm just going to copy this image with this light bulb in it. Just copy it, and I'm going to drag it down right there, and then I'm going to fill it. So I'm going to go to fill, image, go to my compressed images here, and select this one here. Alright, scale to fill, center, that looks good. Yeah, that looks great. And then I'm going to add some text over this image. I'm going to say career opportunities. Change the font and make it really big. Yep. And then change it to white. And then I'm going to center it. There we go. I'll do this here. There, that looks pretty good. Maybe lower it a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. And then I'm going to darken this image here in the background. The way to darken the image in the background, just so we can see this white a little bit better, is just select the box or the rectangle with the image in it. Go to fill, and then where it says color, I'm going to select black, and then where it says opacity, I'm going to make it like 50%. There we go. And you can also give it a different color overlay. You can actually make it blue. It actually looks kind of nice. Here I'm going to pick a color from our color palette. Yeah, I'm going to do this kind of darker blue here. And then I'm going to select this rectangle here and paste it again. And yeah, there we go. One thing we didn't do, we want these this image and this image to have that interesting kind of scroll effect, that parallax scroll effect, so that when you scroll, the image stays in place. And the way to do that is you select the rectangle, you go to fill, go to scroll, then go to motion, and set everything to 0. Okay, and that's it. And then here as well, go to fill, scroll, motion, 0 and 0. Alright, and then one last thing that I'm going to do is set a footer. So I'm going to just copy my menu up here, select copy, and then paste, Command C on my Mac or Control C if you're on Windows. And then, so I have the, actually before I do that, I'm going to copy and paste this one more time, and I'm going to select footer right up here. And so now I can place it right at the bottom of my web page. And then the same for this menu, just click the menu element and then select footer right up here, and then just bring it down to the very bottom. Okay, and I actually have to go to my layers panel, or I can go to right click, arrange, bring to front, and there we go, now it's in the front. And I bring it all the way to the bottom, and now I'm just going to make the text a bit smaller because it's in the footer, and kind of just like a demo footer. Usually you'll put some other things here in the footer. And last thing I'm going to do is make the whole website so we don't have this white space here, and just make the browser fill that blue color. Okay, there we go. So now it's that blue color. And that should do it. We just made a business landing page in Adobe Muse. I think it looks, pretty good. I kind of like the look and feel of it. I didn't go ahead and fill out all the, the text below. I mean, you kind of get the picture. You can fill out the names with text below here, here, and here, like the name of the team. You can put the team up here, and put more text here below these different icons, and kind of just, put the information you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and preview this in the browser. I'm going to hit Command-Shift-E. And that way we can test the site and see if everything looks good. You see this doesn't look good at all, but the form looks good. Submit looks pretty good. It turns red when you don't enter information. The hover effect, I like it. Looks good. Hover effect here looks good, and that doesn't look good. So we'll have a few kind of tweaks to do. So first it's this here. Let's make this a bit bigger and center it. There we go. And this here as well. Alright, that should fix that. And then here, fill. Okay, let's try that. Command-Shift-E. I just changed the position of the image. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so so great ideas is fixed a bit. We can bring it up a little bit more. Like right there. And then go to fill on this image. And scroll. Oh, it had a final motion of 1, so we want it to be 0. Okay, go to fill. Now we can put it back in the center. That was fine. Alright, so we hit Command-Shift-E. And everything should work now. Alright, great ideas looks good. Rollover looks good. Rollover looks good. That looks good. That image right there, career opportunities. And we have the footer down here and the menu up here with the different colors on the rollover. Our menu works here. Our contact form. And one last thing I'm going to do on this menu is just take off the rollover state. Because on the footer I don't really want a rollover state. So I hit Command-Shift-E to preview in the browser. And there we go. We have our business landing page. Alright, so that was pretty fun. We got a cool landing page. And I don't know how long that took me, but maybe 20 minutes to create a really nice landing page in Adobe Muse. And I'm actually going to upload this website to the live web server so you can have access to it, and I'll post a link in the description section at the bottom of this video. I'm going to post the first one I made because it has a little bit more information, kind of the text here and everything else. If you do really like this template and you'd like to have it, just send me a message. I can send it to you. I can't send you the images, but I can send you the template, and then you just have to replace the images with your own images. So that's about it. Just as a quick review, I'm going to show you all the websites that I use for this. I used $photoclub.com. I used color.adobe.com to get my color palette, and we'll let that load real quick. So there, to get my color palette, I used that. I used compress JPEG to compress the images, and I also used the standard resize function on my Mac, where I just right click, open with, then click preview, then go to tools, adjust size, and then here width I changed it to 2560. Resolution, you'll want to make sure that it's 300 so you're not losing a lot of resolution. I think the compressed JPEG might have changed the resolution, but I let that website do it. Whenever I'm resizing, I make sure that I leave the resolution at 300 if they're high quality images. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And yeah, it was great making the video. I'll probably do some editing to make it a little bit shorter, but that's pretty much it. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you need web hosting, there's a link right below in the description to get hosting through Bluehost. They're really affordable. You get a free domain from what I believe. Yeah, you just go to the site and you get a free domain when you sign up, and it's just really great hosting. They have great customer service. And the cPanel looks great. They just updated their cPanel and their backend. It just looks really slick, and it's easy to use if you kind of know your way around the cPanel. But yeah, the link is below in the description. Thanks for watching. I'm really excited that so many people are subscribing. It makes me want to keep doing videos and just showing you more about Adobe Muse. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.